This is only going to be real short this morning, but I see from a lot of the YouTube patriots, a mad dash now to the back to the political system. It's all about some election, and we got to get in there and we got to change. Well, where have I heard that before? I've said this several times in these videos. I mean, I have to consider at this point, with patriots even participating in this political system, it's classified by me as treason. With this Glenn Beck, he's the new civil rights leader of America. Did all the YouTube patriots suddenly have a big brain dump? We know everything that's going on, but we're still going to participate in an election in this fraud where they've taken all our rights. Everybody in the government, there's not one of them up there standing up and even saying anything about all this. Well, monetizing the debt. We got a Lieutenant Colonel, Terry Lakin. Nobody's even mentioning him, that the government itself has denied him his rights in a political system. And Glenn Beck is going to just say, I don't even know who he is. He's just some other nutter. Well, Glenn Beck, anybody listening to him, any of the others, Hannity, any of these guys, you're no better. You're absolutely no better than Obama or anybody up there in D.C. yourselves to participate in some election. And what are you going to do when you go out there to these elections and there's the Black Panthers there with billy clubs or guns this time? What are you going to do? Do as you're told? Or are you going to go home and bring your own weapons and a bunch of friends and take them over? There hasn't been a revolution in this country in a long time, and people don't know what it is. I've seen things from around the world. I've been stationed overseas in a lot of places where there are revolutions going on all over the place. And you get up in the morning in those countries, you have no idea if you're going to make it till noontime. You don't know. And that's what it's going to be in this country soon. And if anybody's participating in these elections, like I'm seeing, it's all over the patriot movement, the truther movement, all over YouTube. Oh, we got to get in there and affect some change. Just a biggest problem. You're as asleep as the biggest sheeple you can think of, that you can come up with, and just as big a problem as Obama. Now I know on my videos, a lot of people come in and they're going to correct me on something or tell me what's really going on. But as far as I can see, me and only a very few others, you can go back to my videos that are 3 years old now. I was telling you that these people that are coming in, Bernanke and all these guys, their objective was to implode this economy. And people told me, oh, well, you're crazy. You have no idea what you're talking about. So now that's all come to pass. And now these great truthers with all their big weight and influence on YouTube and their radio shows and stuff, they're now just, you got to go and affect change within the system. There is no affecting the change within this system. It's being designed to implode. And I'll tell you, if they look in an election's only 2 months from now, supposedly, if they look and they're getting their clocks cleaned, they're just going to go to something else. They got an Iran war coming. I've got one article here that says that they've intercepted some info from Mossad that they're smuggling in nuclear weapons. Mossad smuggling in nuclear weapons to D.C. and New York City. I'll link it to you down below. But people tell me I'm crazy for thinking some election's not going to happen. They're not going to put their own necks on the line. And everybody, all the YouTube truthers are protesting. There's one pastor down in Florida, he's going to burn a Koran to make a point. And I say, if you don't do it on YouTube on September 11th, I think I'll do it. Go buy a cheap Koran and go videotape it and burn it outside. Hell with them. What they can do it. Obama's going to become the Muslim leader of the world. And you know what? I haven't even seen one video on that. I hardly even got any comments on it. Spread it all over YouTube, forwarded it to everyone. I think that a lot of these truthers, the real truth is way too much for them to handle. And so their way of dealing with it, they just come and, block you and attack you if you're telling the truth. But, it's pretty difficult for me to find anything that I've said over the period of the last 3 years that hasn't come true. All of it has. And this attack on Christians is going on right now in this country by Islam, the leader of Islam, Barack Obama. You will have no rights, and eventually it'll happen just like it's happening all over the rest of the world. You'll be killed if you're a Christian and you say so. You'll be killed, and people they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. These elections supposedly are coming up. Anybody who participates in them is just as much a big a problem as anything else that's going on in government. Because you know what? The bottom line, if everybody in this country said, no, I refuse to go vote in this corrupt, evil system, they would see that and know that it is the end game right now if nobody was participating. But yet all the patriots are going to go participate in the election just to show how phony everybody is. And that's the end of that story. Oh, go ahead, participate in your elections, think it'll do some good, and then come back and call yourself a bunch of truthers. I don't even know how you assign a label to yourself. Truther. I was just watching one this morning from Charlie. He's saying that all his subscribers. Oh no, Charlie, you got to participate in this. You got to follow Glenn Beck. We need change. We need change. Not one person is standing up to the fact that Barack Obama is an out of control lunatic. His handlers are out of control maniacs. Summers, Geithner, Bernanke. They're over there around the world today, rounding up debt, monetizing it. They're over in Japan today. Oh, don't worry. Oh, the currency's collapsing. Don't worry. We're going to prop it up. We're just going to keep propping everything up. Until what? Until when? Everything's already bankrupt. Today I was reading an article. They're sending $300 billion quarterly from Social Security to overseas. Where are they coming up with that money from? They're coming up with it they're selling your future and your family's future. And people are going to participate in election. Okay, well, come back and tell me what happens when you go down there and you meet up with the Black Panthers that are telling everybody how they better vote. Tell me what you do about that, because I don't think anybody's going to do anything. And then burn a Koran on YouTube. Let's see it. Let's see the marbles that the internet YouTube truthers actually have in patriots. Let's check it out. Let's see what you got.